This thing's got a fuel leak from the tank itself. Every morning, I'm having to wheel that thing out. Then, get the fan going and get the fuel smell out of here before I start making sparks and blow this place up. Alright guys, so I'm going to try something a little bit different in this video. This is going to be more of a, I don't know, daily vlog type thing. So I have a lot going on as far as different bikes, and this upcoming week I'm going to be working on probably 5 different projects. It's going to be a mad dash. So instead of trying to capture that in like, you know, kind of like how-to videos or like more centrally focused stuff, I'm going to try it out and just do maybe, here's what's been going on in the last couple days, see what that's like, and we'll go from there. So anyway, for me right now it is Sunday, and I have a buddy dropping off a bike in a little bit, and I need to kind of go ahead and get some things done before he does that. So the main project right now, I'm working on the GL650 build, and what I'm doing is I'm just cleaning up some last little bits that I need to get painted so I can get it to a roller, get the whole chassis assembled and get it back to a roller this upcoming week. So doesn't look like there's a lot of stuff in here right now. I have the frame and swing arm and the wheels actually in my basement, so they're just kind of out of the way, away from danger getting chipped. I've got some parts up there, of course, and I've got parts up there, so stuff stashed everywhere. As of now, working on the brake plate, and I need to go ahead and clear coat that thing. I got it in color last night, and then I have the triple and then some suspension links right here. What I'm going to do with those, they've been soaking in evapor rust just to get a little bit of the rust off. I'm going to go ahead and clean those up and then get those painted today. And that should be the last of the things I need to get painted for the chassis itself. In the corner, got some forks. Need to rebuild those. So that's probably going to be, I don't know, maybe the next few days or something like that. But I have all the parts I need, and just need to make the time to do it. So I'm going to get jamming away, and when something changes, we'll tune back in. Alright, got most of the stuff masked off and haven't laid any paint yet. Everything's clean, ready to go. The last piece of the puzzle is finishing up my the actual upper portion of the bar clamp here. So this is just a gauge mount that I had made for the Trail Tech unit. So just tacked it on originally, time to weld it fully. And then from there I can clean this piece up, and then I'll paint everything else. So we'll get going. It has also been, a solid couple months before I've done any aluminum tigging, so this is gonna be awesome. We're just gonna go for it. I've had a little too much coffee. I'm a little jittery, which is the exact opposite of how you want to be during welding. So here we go. will work. Way back in the day.
Oh,
Alright, part of this week I got a lot of different projects coming. So let's check this one out. What do we got here, Matt?
93 Suzuki Intruder 1400.
Intruder 14. Also, we got Kevin making a cameo across the street mowing his yard for the first time this season. Oh yeah. This thing's gonna be awesome. So what'd you do with this fender?
It's the original fender. Basically, I flipped it over, cut it, factory hole mount, bolted it right up, and there it is.
And basically you're just we're needing some kind of tab to do the seat, I guess.
Yep.
Okay. And then obviously rebuild the carb.
Well. And underneath the tank.
Huh. Okay. That's interesting. So a set of bars. Like, that's about it. Mess with the exhaust a little bit. Some struts, factory seat. And you're gonna have something that cool. And I'm sure you're into this thing for like 50 cents, so. Ooh, that got hairy. Just finished throwing the clear on these things, and you know, I was really proud of my super awesome, you know, painting rack for the time being. I had it strung up there, and then about right here. Oh yeah, there's a freaking door there. I had to move these bikes in because it started raining. So, oh boy, untie one side, spin the whole thing around, hang it back up. Kind of tricky. Don't be like me, guys. Sometimes I'm definitely a real idiot. Small shop problems. Someday. Alright, so while all of this stuff is drying, I'm going to go ahead work on this thing. So as you saw, Matt brought this Intruder by, and he had bought this from a friend, mutual friend, and I think they stopped riding it just because it started running funky and then like maybe wouldn't start one day. So he's thinking the carbs might be dirty. It's got a twin carb set up on it, and then the front carb is like way up here, rear is like over here. I'm kind of thinking it might be the fuel pump, so I'm getting ready to try to diag it because the rear cylinder runs, and with the tank being above that, it has enough pressure to kind of push through the carb a little bit, and it can run on that, but I'm thinking it doesn't have quite enough force to push up through into the front carb. So that'd be cool. Anyway, pulled the side cover off, gonna go ahead and check the pump and see if that helps, see if it's clicking or not. I just hot wired the pump on that thing, and I don't know if you can see that. That's the fuel that came out of just the line. So pump works. Definitely gonna have to pull the carbs. All in a day's work. Carbs off, and I'm not sure it was even getting fuel to the carb. The pump was working, and it had some sediment in it, so it could have been built up, and then it just sat, got varnished, whatever. But it did move fuel up the line, but the needle itself is kind of stuck. It's gonna be hard to see. The needle is stuck in the inlet there, so I'm gonna remove the float and then see how hard that thing was in there, and then maybe it just wasn't allowing fuel in. Regardless, we're gonna run these things through the ultrasonic. Gonna really need it. So, but the jets themselves actually don't look crusty or grimy or anything like that. So who knows? Could have just varnished up the needle, and just from sitting, and then that was it. I don't know. For the homies, the fallen carbs, the bikes that were thrown away because they didn't run, and they just needed a carb rebuild. And Dawn, for all the ducks that get covered in oil for the Dawn dish soap commercials. Yeah. See, there's little duckies on here. Alright, so we got the carbs taken apart here. The front carb, the needle actually, again, like I was trying to show, I had to actually pull it out, so it wasn't going to receive fuel in the front cylinder, and basically the bowls look like that it just sat so long the fuel evaporated in it, and there's really no residue. They still need a cleaning, but I think the needle was the original issue. It sat and then it varnished, and the needle got stuck. So then you couldn't pass any new fuel in there. Just cleaning the systems out. The rear carb, I got the pilot jet. A little tricky to get out. Somebody has been in here before, so almost every screw is like freaking stripped. But we'll get it done. But anyway, I'm gonna run it through the ultrasonic at a high temp, and then hopefully maybe work some stuff loose, clean it up. That thing should be good to go. What are you doing?
I'm just planting. Is that okay?
Sure. Planting.
I've got organic chives. I've got strawberries and mint. And I ripped the labels off of some of these.
Did you say mint or mint?
Mint.
With an I or an E?
With an I.
Okay. How do you say it?
Mint. And then
Mint.
chives.
It's a new flavor.
And then here we got spaghetti squash.
What? You do all the noodles and everything too?
Yes. And then peppers. And then zucchini squash. And what did I say kind of tomatoes these were?
Oh. Cherry
tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes. We got
Difficult
watermelon
question.
I still need to plant.
It's gonna need a bigger pot.
Yes. And then heirloom squash, which always does really well.
And that has been the gardening section of this video. This is Amber, by the way,
Hi.
my girlfriend. She puts up with me. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. This is a Sunday for me, kind of took it easy. Time-consuming stuff, just masking or cleaning and masking and painting and all that stuff, so just takes a little while. And then of course we got the Intruder, so working on that. Carbs are currently in here, still hot. I'm going to keep working on those. I've got the brass in some uric acid, so anyway, kind of wrapping it up for today. Let me know what you guys think of maybe this format. So instead of doing a deep dive into, like, let's say how-tos and whatnot, or hyper-focused stuff, more of like a occasional like daily vlog type thing. So yeah, kind of a look into just how I operate. I know this week's going to be really crazy, so that's why I wanted to try to make a few of these videos and show you guys what it's like. So anyway, if this is the first video you've seen here, you can follow me on social media. It's just Brickhouse Builds across the board anywhere. And you can just kind of keep an eye on what I'm doing. So if you would, if you're interested, if you like this video, definitely subscribe. Definitely check out some more content that I have on the channel, whether it be those in-depth dives or fabrication stuff, how-tos, rides, doesn't matter. I got a lot of stuff on here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and check me out in the next video. I'll see you there.